Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Chop It Up FPV. This is Paul, and I got a redo that I have to do because unfortunately I uploaded a Kayou-Mini Frame review, but the sound didn't pick up, so I uploaded it, and thank God one of my a viewer commented on it and let me know. Otherwise, I would have had no idea because unfortunately I just do one take quick uploads, um, no video editing. So what you see is what you get. Sorry. I work 60 to 70 hours a week as a garbage man, and I enjoy doing this on the weekends, but I don't have time to edit. So hopefully one day I'll find the time and I'll learn to edit for you guys. But right now it's just one take. So thank you for letting me know. All right, guys. So today we have the Caillou Mini 2.5. So I actually did end up building one. So this is it right here. It's a cool looking little quad. Um, and this is it. This I on this one I had to put the battery lead coming out the front because it's the HDZero AIO15, and the way the board was set up, I had to do it out the front. So it works. I can mount the battery just right, and it works for now. Probably will do a little bit more, um, you know, trial and error to find if I can get a better like a mounting way. But right now it works. Okay, so that's it fully built, and let's take a look at how it comes. So it comes in this little bag right here, this little black bag. It comes in all like ziplocked, or not ziplocked, but like sealed in plastic. And what you get is this beautiful bottom plate right here. It really has good carbon. The carbon's really nice. So so it comes with two mounting setups. As you can see, it comes with the 25 by 25 whoop mounting, or a 20 by 20. You can see the inner, so like the diamond is for the whoop, and then the inner one has settings for that as well. And then there's the two holes up here, and this is for, because most boards come with the with the ESC, or the ESC. Um, God, why am I blanking on this? The USB on the on the bottom, so this way it fits perfectly in here. Perfect, just like on this one. This is the HDZero. It has one of those little JST connectors that you plug into and then connect it to it that way. Okay, so with the Caillou Mini, one thing I really thought was super cool about the Caillou Mini is there's a really great um, like ecosystem built around this. These guys have put a lot of time and energy and love, you can tell, into this frame and the community that they've tried to build around it. If you go to their website, caillou-frames.com, you can find all their frames. Unfortunately, they don't sell it off of that website. But you can check out, they have like complete guides on how to build this frame, all sorts of background into it, where it links to where you can buy it, um, links to like setting up the beta flight, and also your ESCs, the Blue Jay firmware. And then it also gives you recommendations on the types of flight controllers, motors, cameras, props, batteries to use. So it's really just a one-stop shop. It makes building one of these super easy, especially if you're new to the minis, which I am. So I'm new to the micros. My first build was a 5 inch, and I kind of been hovering around 5 inch and 3. So this was my first 2.5 inch build. It was a lot of fun. Hard, but a lot of fun. Um, so, oh, there's also links. If you go to printables.com, Caillou Frames has its own setup of all the printables or prints that you can get for this. All the different, there's a couple different motor size ones. These are the chunky ones, and then you can also get smaller ones, and then there's the camera mount right here, and I think there's like 50 of them with any camera you can possibly imagine, like the Baby Rattel, the Runcam Nano, the Caddx Ant Nano, and each one of those cameras not only is there, but it also has options of like a 20 degrees, 25 degrees, 30 degrees, 35 degrees, so you can get as aggressive as you want or non-aggressive, whatever you're comfortable with and whatever type of flight style you have. So what Caillou Frames was going for when they built this was they were trying to scale down a 5-inch down to a 2.5 inch, but maintain the same like weight to thrust ratio. So that's why they designed this frame. You know, they wanted something that they could rip around their neighborhood or the park without people giving them, you know, cross-eyed looks or, you know, telling them you can't do that here. You know, most people, if it's this little quiet little toy zipping around, they don't even bat an eye, you know. And then also, if you did run this into somebody or somebody's property, the likelihood of it doing any damage to that piece of property, very small. But still recommend, guys, use safety first. You know, try not to fly around people or people's property. So keep that in mind while you're out there. So the design here, it's a squished X geometry. They have what they call a long deck up top that they do. So it's a long deck for top mounted battery. Sorry, my motor broke on this, so it's kind of dangling. Sorry, guys. So most of these builds are under 100 grams. Mine comes in right around, I think, 67. Let's take a quick look. So this is gonna be without battery. I had to order some. My batteries weren't the best. So let's take a look here, guys. So I'll just tell you, I can't really get the thing into view. So this comes in at 66 grams without a battery, and I know with the battery it comes in right around with a 300, I think it was a 380 mod 2S battery, comes right into about 80 grams, which really shocked me, honestly. I knew it was going to be light, but I really did not expect it to be this light, and that's really cool. I got, you know, a lot of props to these guys for building a fun little ripper for everybody, you know. I mean, even a beginner can build this frame or build this drone. The hardest part is the soldering, because the soldering is so tiny because it is a micro. But if you can get around that aspect, then yeah, it's a lot of fun. And if you get an all-in-one, it's, you know, just one board. You just gotta wire or solder these little your motor wires on here and plug it in, and bang, you're done. I mean, I'm so used to soldering this, connecting this, running, you know, wires here, wires there, and when I built this, and it was basically just boom, boom, solder, solder, screw it all together, and I was like, I'm done. That's it. I felt like I was like, I feel like I should be doing something else, but that was it. All right, so this build comes with 8mm standoffs is what they optimized this build for. So that would mean it's optimized for 8mm standoff running an analog all-in-one. But they do have builds and build like options online for digital as well. So it comes with two different types of standoffs. It comes with an 8mm and a 12mm standoff, and you should be able to get either one, like an analog with the 8mm, no problem if it's the all-in-one board. And then if you're doing like a DJI-04 or the Walksnail Mini 1S, they say you can get it in the 12mm, but some people go up to 14. The 14mm you would have to buy on your own, but that's easy. You just get those through Amazon, no problem. So let's take a look, guys. Let's measure this out. So they say that the bottom frame is a 3mm carbon thickness. So let's take a look here. So boom, spot on. Let me see if I can't get that in there for you guys. So 3mm. Go to the other side. 3. try an arm. Yep, 3, right on. Cool. So not only does the carbon look amazing, but it's exactly 3 millimeters. And it's pretty rigid. And honestly, you should have, I would be shocked if you broke one of these arms. So it's just such a light drone, all up weight, and I crashed really hard. As you can tell, I broke a motor on my first time out, unfortunately. But I crashed really hard, and nothing was wrong except for the motor. So it also comes, like I said, so it's a long top, and this is supposed to be a 2 millimeter thickness. So let's take a look here. So yeah, 2 millimeters. It kind of looks like a 5 in the camera on my side, but it's 2 millimeters. Comes with the battery strap. Now the battery strap was super hard to get in here, and once I got it in here, it didn't fit my battery because no battery fits in between here, and it just didn't work. So unfortunately, luckily I had an extra frame, and I just pulled that out and swapped it, and I just ran it underneath the whole thing just like that. So it worked. But like I said, I had really bad batteries. The battery leads were like this long. I had to like wrap it up and stuff. I don't know. I bought them a long time ago, and I never used them, and they were the only ones that fit because I'm using the all-in-one with the 8 millimeter standoffs on here. So the battery, so the board is shorter than the top of the camera mount right here. So some of these, if you're using like a 14-inch, the camera mount or the top board kind of is flush with the camera mount, so you have a little bit more room for a bigger battery. But with this fully slammed one, I didn't, and so I had to work with what I got because I had some 480 mod the Lava series that I bought for this, not realizing they were going to be too long. Also comes with a little battery pad, and then all the screws that you need in this little bag. Comes with all the mounts and different types of screws, motor screws, everything, stack screws. It literally really has everything you need. So like I said, it comes with 2 different standoff sets. So it comes with an 8 mil, and it also comes with the 12 mil for HD builds. And it comes with little stack screws as well. So it gives you a 12 size stack screw, and I think there's another one a little bit smaller, so it would fit in the small 8 mil build. Okay. So like I was telling, one thing that really upset me was nothing to do with the actual frame itself. I have these RCinPower 1202.5 motors. They're 11,500 kV, and these things were awesome. I was having so much fun at the park just ripping, and the HDZero build was great as well. I went to a new little park I'd never been to because I wanted to try it out because it was a very small park, but it had a lot of trees and then other things that I thought would have been fun to fly around, and it was awesome. But I hit a tree. I did 2 pretty hard front impacts, and I bent my motor, the base on the motor right here, and I can't get it screwed back down. And that's the only thing that I'm really disappointed about was the motors. Is even with this huge motor guard, somehow I hit it so hard that it bent the motor mount right here, this one right in the back. No, you can't see it, but trust me. So yeah, so like I was saying, I have the HDZero board in here, and it fits great, flies great. I had absolutely no problems. I did have to take the motor plugs off, but that's super easy. All you gotta do is just take a little bit of solder, put it on the back side, and it'll go over all 3 of the pins, and then you just put some heat on it, and it'll slide right out, and then you just swipe it off. Really easy. No mess whatsoever to deal with. Came off great. And then, yeah. So I did take a couple notes here, guys. So like I was telling you, online they have a whole ecosystem that kind of explains everything for you. They have examples like with the analog. They recommend like the HEMCU F411 ELVTX, and that's the all-in-one the 5-in-1, and so that will give you the most slammed look, which is what it's built to do. And then they also recommend like 1103 motors, such as like the Happy Model 1103 or the VCI 1103, with the range of kV anywhere between like 7,500 and 9,000 kV for analog. Mine are the 1202, and they're the 11,500, and they work great. I mean, they fit, no problem. Plenty of power, and it was a lot of fun. So you can definitely go bigger if you want, but I've also seen a couple guys online post about it, and they did the 1202s, but they preferred the 1103s or the 1104s at a lower kV, like a 8,000 kV. And I don't know. I have a pair of the Lavas 1104s that I'm gonna throw on here and test that out, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. But they say it just gives it more thrust, which just felt better to them, I guess. I don't know. I'll let you know how I feel as well. And I think these are the Hurricanes, the 250. These are the 2580. No. I can't remember which ones these are. But these are the Gemfan Hurricanes. But they also say the HQ prop T65s will fit. So anything 25, 2.5 inch or 65 millimeter. What do you call it? I'm sorry, prop. I'm all flustered today, guys. Sorry. But yeah, so I'm gonna wrap this up because, yeah, I'm really sorry this took so long for me to get out, guys. But it's been really busy. Been putting in a lot of hours at work, and the weather out here just is terrible, and I had to order new parts. I was gonna wait till the new motor came in, but I was just like, screw it, I'll just get it out because it's been a while. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and like I said, sorry there's no editing, it's just a one take, so you just get me. And I hope I answered any questions or gave you guys, I hope I convinced you to buy it. I feel terrible saying this. I feel absolutely terrible saying this, but unfortunately, as of I think just recently, the Caillou 2.5 frames are out of stock at Pyrodrome, and unfortunately, that is the only U.S. reseller of the frame at this time. There's the UE reseller. It's called drone-fpv-racer.com. And so there's only 2 resellers of this frame, and the U.S. location is out of stock as of today. When I did my original video 3 weeks ago, it was in stock. So, and I think they just got them in. So hopefully, Kayou-Mini or Caillou frames just will restock faster this time. I think last time they were out for 6 months or so. So, if you guys can, please, like, subscribe, and check out my other videos. I'll be coming out with some new ones. I got a Manta 5 frame coming in. I'm gonna wrap up my 533 build. I also have a 533 tiny trainer coming in that I'll probably just do like a quick little unboxing video. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and hanging out with me for 20 minutes. But have a great day, and thanks.